Long ago in ancient Yoruba land, two young boys named Ade and Ola were born into poverty. They knew what it meant to struggle. They knew what it meant to go hungry. Many nights, they slept without knowing what tomorrow would bring. But they had one thing that made them stronger. They had each other. When Ade had little, he shared with Ola. When Ola was weak, Ade stood beside him. Through every hardship, they made a promise. We will never abandon each other. That promise carried them through the hardest years of their lives. But sometimes the same thing that helps us survive can also change us. Their struggle made them strong. They also planted a belief inside themselves, a belief that one day would be tested. Years passed, and the two boys became men. The world had changed, but their bond remained. They remembered the days when they had nothing. They remembered the hunger. They remembered the pain. But they also promised they would never return to that life. Together, they worked harder than anyone around them. They believed their friendship was unbreakable. The village looked at them and saw two men who had defeated hardship. But they did not see what was growing inside their hearts, because sometimes the greatest danger does not come when we have nothing. Sometimes it comes when we finally have something to lose. With years of hard work, Ade and Ola became successful farmers. Their fields were among the best in the village. People respected them. People admired their success. The two poor boys, who once had nothing, had built a life with their own hands. But success changed the way they saw the world. They began believing that they survived because of themselves alone. They forgot the kindness they received along the way. They forgot that every person needs wisdom, and slowly pride started replacing gratitude. They did not know it yet, but their greatest test was coming. One day, a wise elder visited their farms. The elder had lived many years and understood something they did not. He looked at their success and said, "My sons, you have been blessed, but a blessing is not complete until it is shared." He asked them to take their finest cloth, something valuable they own together, and give it to someone in need. And they refused. "We worked too hard for what we have." Allah agreed. "When we had nothing, no one helped us." The elder looked at them carefully. Then he said, "Your greatest enemy will not always stand in front of you. Sometimes it grows quietly inside your own heart." And the elder walked away. Days later, a traveling merchant entered the village. He walked along the path between Ade and Ola's farms. He carried no warning. He spoke no words. He simply walked. But something strange happened. From Ade's side, the merchant appeared dressed in red. From Ola's side, the merchant appeared dressed in black. The same person, the same moment, two different views. The merchant continued walking, but without knowing it, he had just become part of a test. Later, the villagers asked, "Did you see the merchant who passed through?" And they said confidently, "Yes, he was wearing red." Allah looked at him and disagreed. "No, you are wrong. He was wearing black." At first, it was only a disagreement, a simple difference in what they saw. But pride entered the conversation. Neither man asked, "Could we both be saying things differently?" Instead, they chose to believe one thing: "I am right and you are wrong." And that belief turned a small disagreement into something much bigger. And here comes the storm. The argument grew louder. The words became insults. The insults became anger. The two friends who once shared everything now stood against each other. They forgot their childhood. They forgot their promise. They forgot all the years they spent protecting one another. Pride had taken control. What began as a question about a merchant's clothing became a battle between two hearts that refused to listen. And when pride wins, everyone loses. And they fight, and they fight, and they keep fighting. Violence, anger, rage, pride, ego. Oh, the pain, the fight was very violent. The anger that had been building inside them finally exploded. The two men who once survived poverty together would no longer control their hatred. The village watched in horror. Two brothers in friendship became enemies. Two lives built together were destroyed in one moment. When the dust finally settled, both Ade and Ola lay on the ground. The fields they created together became the place where their story ended. Not because of hunger, not because of poverty, but because they could not overcome their own pride. The traveling merchant stopped at the edge of the village. He looked back. He saw what had happened, but he did not blame himself. He did not create their anger. He did not cause their downfall. He only revealed what was already inside their hearts. The merchant looked across the village. He wondered who would face the next test, because every heart carries something that must be tested. The test of patience, the test of humility, the test of pride, and sooner or later, the test comes for us all.